Hello, 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 gorgeous ones. Welcome, welcome to our new moon in Capricorn manifesting meditation. For those of you who are new to me, I am Rosanna and I channel the frequency of divine grace through RozyGlow. So if you would like to say a little hello and sign up to the Grace Flame, then please subscribe to the channel. You are subscribing to letting go easily of what no longer serves you. And that's what I teach people to do, is how to live as their divine human selves through these amazing changing times. So whenever you come across this meditation, even if it's after this new moon in Capricorn, remember, whenever you need to actually access some determined energy, this is going to be a really powerful co-creation meditation for you. All right. So welcome those who are joining. Hey, Jid. Hey, Augustine. Good to see you. I have been tending to my fire behind. Doesn't look like it's going too strongly, but I promise you it is. It's there and it's fueling. Now, we start with a little cacao blessing. And then we're going to go into a little bit of an exploration of what's going on with the energies before we go into the co-creation meditation. And this is for you to be able to access whatever you need to clear up. We are basically working with the divine infant today. We birthed ourselves with the full moon, last full moon, and I will be doing a live stream on Friday on my Rosanna Callier-Betzos Facebook page, where I'll be explaining more about what it means to birth your divine human self, because I appreciate this is maybe a little bit more complex than people understand, and being able to see beyond what's happening in any moment is really helpful, so you can access the journey and see where you're actually going. So hey Arena, good to see you. Welcome to Theo as well. I'm sure he's with you. Right, we'll start with a little cacao blessing and then we'll go into the rest of it, and I'll be pulling some cards from Leslie Sloan's Oracle deck as well, because they are beautiful. Let's take a moment, just bring your cacao up to your heart, and if you haven't got any, just rub your hands together. Bring your hands to your heart center, and we will transmit the codes of the cacao to you. Let's take a moment. So close your eyes. Welcome your breath. Just for a moment, give your mind permission to calm down, focus its attention on what we want to create together as a world service manifesting meditation. Because what we do for ourselves, we do for the collective. We're learning to live this example. In our determination to thrive, we need that support. So we're calling on now to the Cosmic Mama through the Cacao Diva to connect with us as the beautiful frequency of compassion, of unconditional love. So take a moment, just drop your chin, look into your heart, and allow the smile in your heart to find you. And as this golden beam of energy moves across your heart, smile back. Take a moment to acknowledge this inner presence that is you, your essence. And the Cacao Diva is the spirit of compassion, of revelation, allowing us to see how we can support ourselves to have the shifts we want. And to trust in what we cannot see yet. Remembering that all creation starts in a deep, dark space, the womb of non-judgment. So allow love for you to expand from your heart and feel it radiating out in all directions, making you aware of the sphere of compassion that surrounds you, and also the love and the light of the universe flowing down upon you. Take a moment to lift the head up, chin neutral. Breathe in through the crown of the head into the heart. Breathe out down the body into your earth chakra, and then send your love and light around the planet. You might want to do a little bit of spiraling around your tailbone. Gently draw in your lower belly muscles to support you and lift your chest. Relax your face. That's it. Go nice and tall. And from this place, another deep breath in. Breathe out to the center of the earth. And now breathe in all of the energy of the earth, all of the light roots that you have laid. Just breathe in, up through your body, out through the crown of your head, out through your heart. And you may well be seeing a soft pink flame, because divine grace is with us everywhere at the moment. Just let that flow through the crown and out through your heart into the room that you're in. cleansing the space, inviting your guides and teachers in, inviting our star families to gather, our soul tribe to gather, to feel held, supported, loved. And with the nose, draw a circle in the air in front of you, one way and then the other, reinforcing that sphere, and then draw the nose up and down. So you connect to Source and to Gaia through your intention, your body. Remembering Gaia is the ascending earth paradigm, the new earth we are co-creating. Deep breath in, send that breath down your body again, anchor deeply into the earth, and at the same time rise up, create the space in your spine. And to anchor our intention that we are determined to thrive, we'll send the sound Ma into the earth, Om into the universe, and Un from our hearts out to each other. Un is the frequency of unified consciousness. Deep breath in. Just smile and welcome a sphere around all of us. Everybody who connects through this meditation, we connect to each other to anchor our light in the earth and uplift together, rise up together. Feel that. Hello, soul family. Welcome. Gently bow your head to your heart and open your eyes. Come back. Welcome. Hello. Hey, Dawn. Good to see you. So firstly, apologies about the short notice. In my head, new moon isn't till the end of the week. And it's so interesting because time has just been playing around with us, right? We are moving into a whole new era. At the moment, if you look around you, it will still look like fear's reigning supreme. Things are getting worse. Oh my goodness, what's happening? And there is still that real sense of gripping terror that people can easily get consumed by. But what I'm inviting you to do today is to remember that that is all the struggle paradigm. Okay, that is all the ego programming that is freaking out right now because it's no longer going to be running the show. And it's quite interesting that we're working with Capricorn because the Capricorn energy has been what's been holding us down the last 20 years or so. There's been a real strong influence of sort of pressing down. I can't quite remember the astrology around it, but if you remember that around the 20th, the solstice that we just had, we had some major planetary shifts going on. The same with the new moon because it was all full moon was happening around the same time. And really what we're looking at here is the fact that we're invited to lift up, okay? We're moving into a space where we need to be determined to thrive rather than survive. We're shifting the programming. So in light of the glaringly obvious of what's in front of our faces, of what is being compelling as evidence to believe, we need to stand up and go, no, that's not the life I'm living anymore. That's not what I'm aligning with as my reality. I'm choosing this instead. I'm choosing to thrive. As newborn babies, we come into the world and everyone is like determined to help us survive, to live, right? But I want you to raise your expectation to actually what it would be to be supported to thrive. What does that actually mean? If we were supported from the start to thrive, there'd be way more focus on love, much less focus on how many ounces we've eaten and how much we've actually slept. There'd be way more focus on being with what is and being supported through the challenges that come up with love, rather than fearing our children are going to break our backs and we've got to get them into these routines from point dot. None of us have really learned to enjoy life. We've all learned to struggle through life, to make ends meet, to just, pull yourself up by the bootstraps and just to get going. But now the invitation is to dream beyond that. And we have to use our imagination. We absolutely have to use fantasy to help us get from what we know to what we don't know. Because only by asking questions, what would it look like to thrive here? What would it look like to see this as a blessing? What would it look like for me to be able to prosper through challenging times? You ask the question, you're not going to get the answer straight away. Okay, it takes time for us to download that information. But when you start asking the questions, you will get the answers. If If you like the sound of that, please hit me a little like. Right, so what have we done? We've moved a lot into Aquarius. So we know we're in the age of Aquarius now. We know we're leaving this old world behind, but the patriarchal system is kicking and screaming and doing everything in its power to try and get us to play by the rules, but the rules have changed. So we're going to play by the new rules, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm just seeing what Augustine's got to say. Last wobbly full moon, good. I'm glad you feel better. Feel like you gave birth to a new self. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really publicize this too much, but I actually totally had to surrender to lying down for 10 days from Christmas Eve through to New Year's Eve to New Year's Day because I put my back out. I had been stressed, just working too hard, doing too much at a time when my body wanted to slow down. And last year was immense. So for any of us who've been holding space for others, anyone who's a teacher, anyone who's supporting others in any type of therapy work, you know, we've been going through everything in real time, all of the changes that are unprecedented in real time and supporting others. And very often, I believe we don't realize how much we carry of others. So one thing I'm going to invite everybody to do, and this was a big lesson for me to remember, is to decord and detach from everything before you go to sleep. Call your guides and your teachers in to support those that are connected to you, all right? Get them to hold the energy. But it's really important that we connect to that which sustains us while we sleep. And again, reaffirm that first thing in the morning. Also, regular cleansing rituals. We have showers every day. We need to also cleanse our energy field. So the sage has been coming out, the Palo Santo has been coming out, like whatever works for you, frankincense, whatever. Just remember to cleanse your energy because there is so much in the collective at the moment that is just coming up to the surface to be cleared. And if you're remotely sensitive, you're going to pick that up. You're going to pull it into your energy field, and in some way you're going to need to push it out. Okay, so it'd be physical, emotional, psychological. You may have experienced lots of anger outbursts leading up to this, and all of us have had quite flat energy. I know that's what I've been experiencing, but there's been a shift in the last couple of days, and whatever's looking like is happening on the surface, there is so much happening underneath. All of the dots are being connected. Okay, everything in this world that has had a seed of corruption is being connected up. It is happening, and it will be revealed. And how it will be revealed, I don't know. But it is a time now to understand that the old ways don't work anymore. And it's really important to start to build this new life. So, you know, start to train your mind to think differently. Liberation from Limitation is my course that teaches people to do that. Start to detox your subconscious from the erroneous beliefs that keep you creating all of the crappy stuff you don't want anymore. That's Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me, or the Super Conscious Co-Creating Method if you want to work with me one-to-one. Activate your divine blueprint. I'm giving you tasters of all of this through these meditations, but they're, you know, giving you a flavor, a sense of what is possible. It's the deep diving that will get you the results and the commitment to move through the tough times, because we've all been taught to value hard work, all right? And so without realizing it, we subconsciously choose the hard path. And I'm inviting you to choose the easy path, because I promise you, even on the easy path, you are going to encounter times that are really challenging, that are going to push all of your buttons, and you're going to want to give up. Now, this path is the one that the more you fuel yourself with that sense of determination to thrive, the more you'll remind yourself, and those around you will remind you, that when you're going through a challenge, you're going through an upgrade. So you will hear, I am reframing so many things here for us to be able to encounter the familiar, our own struggle, but to approach it differently. Okay, so this is the invitation in the collective at the moment. This is what we are going to be doing today, is we're looking to anchor that Capricorn energy that once upon a time was suppressing us, was confining us, was limiting us, to now, instead of it doing that to us, it's going to be behind us, pushing us forward. So it's the difference between, you know, being stubborn and banging your head up against a brick wall, expecting that if you bang it enough times, it's going to come down. It's like doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. That's Capricorn in the negative, okay? But when you actually use this energy constructively, this is the mountain goat that, or the sea goat that can get up through any terrain. It can find a way through. There's no problem. It's like, yep, I can do that. It's nimble. And it's a force that can push you to keep moving forward and to remind you in the moments that you are struggling. Those are the moments that are the choice point that you make with your conscious will to decide to thrive. And yeah, you may need to throw your toys out the pram. You may need to go, this ain't bloody thriving. That's okay. Let it all out. I had to let out a whole load of toxicity that I'd been carrying without realizing before I could be a vessel again to fill up with light. And it's taught me so much. So yeah, I'm well ahead on the journey. I'm teaching others to do it, but I still go through my own stuff. That's great. That keeps me humble. It keeps me transparent. It keeps me growing as my teachers are growing, right? So in the Aquarian age, it's much less about hierarchy. It's much more about us sharing resources. It's about us sharing knowledge, wisdom, power, being brothers and sisters, being a collective. And I found that with my own teachers, they're becoming my friends. My students become my friends, right? This is like a situation where we learn to get off our own pedestal and just accept that we're always going to be ahead on some aspects of a journey and we're always going to be behind on others. And that's the beauty of this. Let's bring grace in. Okay, a couple of more notes and then I'm going to get into the co-creation. So comfortable in our own natural transformation. Can I read my own notes? Okay, so I've explained the Capricorn energy. I tell you what, Sarah Verber did a really good little video, which I highly recommend you check out. She was talking a lot about how easy it is at the moment to focus on the brambles, because with the energy of what's going on, there's something happening with Pluto at the moment. And if you really shut down the noise, you will feel there is a tremendous sense of hope and positivity. I mean, some of the things I've been hearing about that aren't making the mainstream news at the moment, blowing my mind. When it gets out there, it gets out there. There's always a little bit of a delay, right? But blowing my mind. And for many, many people who've been stuck in that blinded narrative, the blinkered narrative, it is going to be shocking for them that things are not the way they thought they were. But you know what? As humans, we go through life and we discover that the way we were taught things are isn't necessarily the way they are. And as divine humans, we approach that from a soul consciousness, okay? That again, what the rules of the land are not divine laws. And we need to find a way to be in this world, but not of it. And that's the joy of what I want to do with you today. So if you're with me for the last full moon co-creation, we birthed ourselves into the new world, okay? Now, in this new world, we need to remind ourselves that though there may be harsh elements, we're always surrounded by the cosmic mother. We're always surrounded by the cosmic womb. And everything we want is available to us as an energetic blueprint. It's there as a vibration because we've already received it from the cosmic womb. It is in our consciousness. We just need to choose to access it. And it's underneath all of the psychobabble that is this earthly stuff. Okay, so instead of looking at the brambles, just allow yourself to connect to the deep peace of what is coming, because we are the pioneers creating the new world. No one else has done it yet. We've got to do it and step forward and trust that every step we take, we will be met. There isn't a rule book other than our hearts and what we learn through teachers that inspire us to help us navigate through the unknown. But every time you go through something unfamiliar, you're going to get freaked out, especially if something reminds you of something from the past. So in the same way that in the collective right now, it looks like things are getting worse because we're revisiting basically a time where it is so obvious right now, if you actually take the step back and step up and you're not having fear triggering you, that things are really not as they seem. I've used the analogy of Once Upon a Time, which is a great Netflix series. And this is like the point in the story where no one's denying anymore that actually the witch is the witch. No one is denying anymore that the fears of the little boy are founded, right? It's there. They're starting to admit to it. This is happening all around. And this is the point that I want to make for you, is that in your own life, when it looks like you're revisiting something or you're coming across a situation again that is a echo of the past, of something really unpleasant that you don't want to revisit, you don't want to live out again, you're not bringing it to you to energize it. You're clearing it out of you. This is the difference when you are consciously working with releasing toxic programs. You're not inviting them back in to relive them. You're allowing them to process out of you. So you don't need to dramatize them. You can witness them. The more you judge, the more you fear, the more you struggle, the more you intensify and dramatize the experience. Okay? So use your tools. Just shake it all out. Do whatever you need to do to allow yourself to come to a place where you can accept your processing. And on the other side of that challenging moment is the relief of having expanded beyond your comfort zone into a new version of yourself that can actually sustain the changes you want. Okay, so I'm going to just keep going with these little bits quickly. So as I've mentioned before, but I'm going to say again, the ego is programmed to survive. The higher self is programmed to thrive. That's why we're going to use that energy to connect with it. Determination to see the light in the dark, to focus on it and help it to grow. This is what we are doing. We are determined, wherever we see darkness, to find that glimmer of hope, that little divine spark, even if it's hidden in our hearts right now. We're all just connecting with each other going, I know, I know, I know, I see it. And from there, that's what's going to grow, and that's what's going to support us. And, you know, one of the things I'm finding is, even if people are in the mainstream or they're in the alternate worlds, which, you know, still a ridiculous divide because we're merging, what's happening is there are common enemies. People are uniting in common enemies. And the key, again, is to remember that when we really don't like something outside of us, there is that element of that aspect in us that we don't like to own. And giving love and compassion to yourself is so important. Yes, there is a buffoon in me. Yes, there's a snotty little teenage boy in me that I just think is annoying. Like these elements are in all of us, right? So just call it in, own it, allow it, bring love to it so it has no power over you. It's a process. It doesn't happen in one day. The impatience of our process, I find I have to remind myself that I've been through that as well, okay? Because it's like, yeah, it takes persistent effort to learn to get what you need. Like when a baby is starting to grab something, right? It drops it how many times before it gets to hold it, right? When you're trying to feed yourself, initially it's all over the place. When you're learning to go to the toilet on your own, there's lots of accidents. Patience with the process. Keep your focus on what you want to create and the vibration that is connected to that, as though it's already happened. That's what's going to get you there. The value of pain. It stops you. It makes you stop and integrate. Okay, so when you're flawed through whatever's going on, I'd like you just to remember that you are having a personal experience, but you're also clearing something much deeper for your ancestors and for your descendants. Okay, we have to clear the pathway. That's been the message that's been coming through more than anything. Clear the pathway. It might be physical. It might be that you need to do something energetic, as I said about cleansing. Whatever it is, trust what the information that comes. Ask the question. The delay will be there, but then you will get the answer and it will feel right. One of the things I've been doing is taking cold showers first thing in the morning, which I never thought I would do. I'm on day 4. You know what? It's awesome because it makes me feel like I want to thrive. And it's different to, oh, it's all so cold, I need to stay warm, right? So let's love up this little infant of ours and see what this infant needs to be able to thrive. Because let's just say you have your human parents doing everything they can to keep you safe. But we're going to call on our divine parents just to remind us that we are safe, all right? We are safe. And we're going to learn to thrive in uncertain, unpredictable times and create the future we want. I'm loving it. So remember, the baddies are the goodies and the goodies are the baddies in many ways. And that's why I'm wearing a labradorite, because we're walking through this deep, dark forest and things are not as they seem. Let's see what's going to help us with our cards. So what is the heart of the matter for the collective that's connecting with us all right now? This came out yesterday as well. So this card here, Leslie Sloan's beautiful oracle cards, is about, in my opinion, loving your shadow and your light. So I see this person is the same as this person, and there's the inner child as well. Part is planting, part is in self-destruct, denial. We've got to bring the two together and recognize if we see things we hate in the world, there is integration to do inside of us. Now, what is the block to this? What is it that we're actually, why aren't we able to do this? Where are we stuck in this process? Let's see. Okay, so cosmic surfing. It's forgetting that we're souls, that we're not just human beings, okay? We've come here, we've inherited toxic programs, but we're not just that. We're working through that. We're loving that up, but this is our nature. We are free. We know how to transverse and to move through all of the changing climate, the cosmic climate. And it's trusting that we know how to do it. That dude, like spirit being, is surfing in the darkness, right? Guided by the moon, the rainbow around that moon. Look at that. We can either be terrified or we can enjoy it, and it's a choice to enjoy. So how about enjoying the process of accessing your shadow? How about enjoying the process of loving the bits of you that you don't like? All right. It's that curiosity. I've had a few outbursts recently. It's been like, oh, hello. Hello, you. Okay. What's scaring you? What's going on? Let's speak. Oh, okay. Yeah. You said you were going to cut down how much work you're doing. You haven't done that yet, have you? Okay. Let's make a small change now. right? It's just remembering the promises you've made yourself, because if you don't respect your promises, your boundaries, how do you expect anyone else to? Oh, and when you do start respecting your boundaries, others will still test them. You just have to be persistent, consistent, and kind. The here and now. Oh, this one's been coming up loads. So this one here is basically the Divine Human Self. This is magenta. And again, pink is really, really powerful as a color. Okay, this is like the violet magenta flame here, passionate compassion. But we're working here with allowing the eternal nature of our soul to shine forward and to guide us and to allow us to integrate our humanness. Okay, that's really important. So this is how we do it. We recognize the eternal nature of our soul. Our bodies are ancient. Okay, they carry ancient codes. And what this will lead us to as the resolve and the infinite possibilities for this lovely divine infant. Learning how to co-create our reality. So you see here these two stars, earth chakra, soul chakra, 7 chakras in between. This is what the basis of my multidimensional yoga is about. So if you haven't tried it yet, come and check it out. It's all online, Mondays and Thursdays. I'll put the link in the text box. There's loads of written stuff there as well that you can read on. If you want to manifest and co-create your reality here on planet Earth, you need to have these chakras open so you can access the other portals below and above. So this is what we are doing today. This is how you thrive on planet Earth and co-create Gaia, ascending Earth paradigm. That's me on the announcement. So let's just see what we've got here. So much anger, been seeing myself as multi-legged and multi-headed creature who crawls around spitting, fire burning, everything. Yeah, I get that. And also feeling light and angelic realms, both dark and light. Exactly. That's what we're integrating. That's what we've got to do. Fire, burn. That is exactly what we need to do. And that is what we're going to do now. Okay, so a couple of crystals just to guide you through. Labradorite to see you through the illusion. This is obviously rose quartz to connect with that soft pink. As you can see, I don't know if you've noticed your colors have been changing, but I'm usually a sort of purple and pink girl, and I've been going more towards the deep reds and the pinks recently, softer pinks and deeper reds, and orange even, which I don't really like usually. And this is one of my favorite crystals, peacock ore. It's what allows us to transmute the poisons on planet Earth and to access our 5D consciousness. Last new moon, I was talking about celestite, which is divine blueprint. This helps you to anchor your divine blueprint on Earth. So again, get in touch if you want crystals. Much easier in the UK from me, but they're ethically sourced. Right, gang, I think it's time. Just cooking up cacao. All right, well, we've just done our little cacao blessing. So has anyone got any questions before I get going? I'm doing my best to increase simplicity in my life. And yeah, I'm very excited about the idea that you all share what your intentions are this year. Also, just want to show at the bottom of the deck, there's the talk about responsibility, and at the top of the deck is healing the wounds of the feminine. Okay, so responsibility. Who's responsible for what? Well, you're responsible for you. Like, pull your neck in, wind your neck in from everything else for a moment. Be responsible for your inner landscape first. And that's going to involve some defrosting of some really frozen toxic stuff. Okay, so that has to melt. It has to come out. It comes out through tears. It comes out through us sweating and detoxing and all the stuff that needs to come out from us. But ultimately, remember, if you're revisiting something unpleasant right now, there is an echo to this time last year. And basically, it's time to just realign with the divine and not the struggle paradigm. Let's get going. So we're going to cleanse our magical tools. I've been given the flames that are coming through today. If you rub your hands together, and whatever crystals you've got around you, any oils, like I've been using peace oil from doTERRA. I've been really enjoying that, and brave oil as well. Rub your hands, have a little shake. Okay, and then you can just place your hands. Well, we'll do the little invocation first, and then we'll do the cleansing of the magical tools. So bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes. And settle your attention on your chest just for a moment. Like, feel the rise and fall of your chest. Feel yourself breathing your soul essence into your physical body. Being aware of your I am presence hovering above your head. We need to invite this in. This is your soul consciousness, higher consciousness. Just take a moment to remember your core line, your connection to Source and Gaia. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. And please repeat after me. I am all that is. I am the one self I am. I am that I am. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am creator. I am free. I am aligning with Earth's ascension paradise timeline. I am commanding an axiotonal alignment with my divine design timeline. I am invisible, invincible, invulnerable, impenetrable, impermeable, untrackable, and untraceable to anyone or anything of malevolent intent. I am co-creating my personal paradise with grace and with ease, in alignment with the win-win-win in everything and the highest good of all. I am divine rapture. I am divine joy. I am divine delight. I am determined to thrive. I am choosing to sustainably thrive in changing times. I am resourced by the divine. I am aligned with the divine all of the time. I am always in the right place at the right time. I am choosing to consistently thrive. I am that I am. So release your hands. Let's allow all of those I am statements to be processed through your consciousness. So remember, anything you say after the words I am must be obeyed. So careful with the things you don't want to energize. And allowing the mind now to become the witness of this experience so that it can follow through on the instructions given. Now we'll do a little cleanse of the magical tools. So whatever cards, crystals you have that you want to bless, your space, your home. I cleanse these crystals, magical tools, and home spaces to renew their energy. So they become, to renew their energy. So they can resonate with peace and love. And all unhelpful, lower frequency energy, or blocked and stagnant energy can be taken to where it is transmuted into the purest vibrations of love and light. So only the purest vibrations of love and light exist within this space, these magical tools and these crystals, in alignment with the highest good of all. So it is and so it shall be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. So by all means, grab a crystal you want to embed with the frequencies we're working with. And then allow yourself to sit tall. Make sure your spine is supported. And let's download the codes for thriving. What does it mean to thrive in this world? What does it mean? Like, allow yourself to remember the big sphere of compassion that's surrounding you. And take a moment to invite your guides, your teachers to connect with you. Star family, soul family, the ascended masters that are teaching you, guiding you to be an ascended master in training here on earth. The elementals, the spirit beings that support this shift, fairies and sprites, unicorns, mythical creatures, dragons. What do you need? What is here to support you? Call it all into your field. And I remind you that the sphere is reminiscent of the cosmic womb. So knowing that this cosmic womb is always surrounding us, like an amniotic sac, if you like. It's always there. It's always there as a vibration for us to tap into. And however harsh the world seems out there, invite this soothing, healing balm of Archangel Raphael, the sovereignty flame, just to be downloaded around you right now. So you've got your sphere, and then you've got what looks a bit like a cocoon or teardrop shape, which is your amniotic sac. And this is this is like the pod that you got born into the world in. So we got born into a new world, but to those around us, it still looks like the old world. We get to see with new eyes the fresh possibilities. So even though in the physical world, this amniotic sac, this emerald green soothing balm may have been popped and opened and we're just in the flesh, I want you to imagine that you've been able to retain a skin that acts like that sac, that allows you to buffer the harshness of the world. But it doesn't actually penetrate into you. And this gives you that holding room space to just access the divine consciousness. So let yourself receive the emerald green. Just let it be downloaded around you. The skin of your body will start to glow emerald green. Take it down into your earth chakra. Let that earth chakra start to spin. And as your earth chakra is purified with the emerald green light, it's going to now spread across the planet, lighting up the crystalline grid. So we're all getting a sense of that relief, that healing, soothing energy. Like babies that are wrapped in cotton wool. When you've got a newborn, you just want to hide from the world. So just allowing that buffer. Feeling it move into the center of the earth. And then back up through your core line, up through the center of your body and out through to source again. And now we're downloading the soft pink flame of divine grace, which now has a platinum dust that shimmers through it like stardust. Just call it in. I am divine grace. I am divine grace. I am divine grace. And allow that to move through inside the amniotic sac, inside the emerald green skin, particularly moving through your nervous system, endocrine system, cardiovascular and digestive system, and even your reproductive system. Targeting now particularly the HPA axis, hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal gland axis. So however we perceive the world around us, instead of being triggered into survival mode, we're triggered into thriving mode. So there's a little dial in your imagination, and it'll be one end is survival, one end is thriving. So just consciously flick the thrive and know now that that's the instruction that your consciousness is taking on board and aligning with. So feel the energy move through, adjusting your perception so you can truly see through eyes of love. You know, whatever our stories are in our childhood, just owning the idea that we are loved, that we have been loved, that we are loved, that there is love, and that we're looked at with love. We can shine back with love. And if that means you imagining your divine mother and father looking down upon you lovingly, that's fine. Just reflect that love back. It's like rainbow love. Great. So as this soft pink flame moves through and again anchors into your earth chakra and directly into the heart of Gaia now, it starts to create this purge, because grace allows us to let go easily of what no longer serves us. We're safe. So create a sphere in front of your face and just let it start to spin straight away. And everything that's like triggered you, everything that has knocked you off your centered spot, recently kind of igniting feelings of fear or rage or whatever, just let it be breathed into the sphere in front of you. So the pink will purge from you all that triggers fight, flight, freeze, unless it's an absolute emergency and it is a life or death situation, in which case your fight, flight response will work perfectly. For now, we're no longer allowing it to be triggered by the ego perceiving struggle, perceiving danger where it doesn't need to be. And you'll notice now as you breathe deeply that from your heart, you're purging whatever it is, smoke, gunk, dust, stuff into the sphere in front of you, harsh words. If you've had any concerns, anything that's ripped the rug from your feet recently, anything that has made you scared to step forward, just put it in the sphere. And everybody who triggers anger and rage and hate and disgust in you, put them in the sphere. So any figureheads, just let them move in that sphere. Everything that reminds you of survival. Let the sphere get as big as it needs to get. And once you've cleared everything, you'll start to see that the love and light that's moving out from your heart is actually the soft pink flame. Okay, but just to help this along, I'm going to invite you now to put the baby version of you, the newborn of you that you were when you were born on this planet, into the sphere, and also your brain. Okay, your brain into the sphere. We're allowing now all of the toxic programs that anchor into survival to be released. Release your kidneys into the sphere, your liver into the sphere, your lungs into the sphere, like all of the organs that hold emotions. Just release into the sphere. Any parts of your body that have been in pain. Any relationships that have been strained. And also any habits you want to break. I put the news stories in there, the new rules wherever you are in the world that feel ridiculous. Put it all into the sphere. Things you're raging and fighting against, put them into the sphere. Let's gain a higher perspective. Good. Now, as that all gets spun into a higher frequency in the sphere, it's like the soft pink will start to flow out of your heart. And with the platinum dust within the pink light, that's just detoxifying, purifying all of these circumstances, experiences, events, memories, organs into their higher frequency. Like a spin cycle of grace you can set your washing machine to. Good. So now what you should be seeing in there is basically a whole load of soft pink, shimmering love light. And then everything else that's in there is just dissolving into that soft pink love light. Except the parts of you that you're going to replace into your body again. Everything else dissolves. Baby infant you is getting reprogrammed to thrive. So this is happening as you go through this. Nice. Okay, so just let that spin a little faster. Let the ball get bigger. And then you'll know it's done because it will look like it stopped spinning. It's just hovering. And it's opaque at this stage, okay? It's opaque, but it's thick with this soft pink platinum dust love light. So you're going to go into the pink mist, the pink fog. You're going to trust this process. So before we do that, let's anchor what's there. Anchor, lock and seal. Recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle integration and full expression. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now rainbow bridge from your heart into the sphere in front of you. Imagine it and step onto it. And as you do, the sphere expands. And as it does, all of that lovely soft pink love light starts to move into you through your crown, through the base of your spine. Even that sovereign love light, emerald green light, it senses that divine grace is there, that there's nothing threatening here and you can absorb it. So even through the emerald green buffer around your body, you can receive the soft pink. It's purified, energized. And you see now all aspects of your being returning. So your HPA axis, hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal gland axis, your brain back in your head, your organs replaced, shimmering and shining, cleansed, relieved, nervous system reset. And there's little infant baby you as well that you can put into your arms, hold. And remember that you as your higher self are the guardian of this little infant now. You as your higher self. You are your higher self in this image. You may see you have wings, maybe angel wings, fairy wings, butterfly wings. You may not, doesn't matter. You may have a crown, a cloak. Trust your process. So now hold that baby and invite Archangel Michael to bring down the sword of compassion through the crown of your head as the ascended master that you are, as the higher self that you are. And as this moves down through your whole core line, anchoring into your earth chakra, all patterns of dysfunction relating to struggle are released as cords of attachment outside of your field. They're just sprung back to where they came from, to that outer world that you don't belong to. The old world that is dying. They just go. They disappear. You'll see your light start to shine. And just allow your heart to be pierced front to back as well, or back to front as it comes. That you live by your heart's truth, and trust you will always be guided safely to safeguard this infant, to help this infant to thrive through compassion, through practicing the principles of compassion. That's it. And then those swords just seem to disappear. Archangel Michael's cloak, indigo cloak, is placed upon you. And this little bubba, protected in all ways. You can just allow yourself to trust now that you are safe. All aspects of your being can thrive. They're not in true impending immediate danger. They can just get on with thriving. And to support this, we're inviting now the victory flame, which is a golden shimmering love light flame with peacock ore colors coming through. So there's a bit of gold, there's the blue, the green, and sort of purpley colors coming through. And it's all like sparkly glitter, like this flame is just sparkly glitter. And it's all being sprinkled through your earth chakra, through your crown, through your soul chakra. As it's sprinkled over you, you'll see your physical body outline glow, your core line glow, your light body glow, and the sphere of compassion glow. And a reminder that light bodies are generally 6-pointed stars, holographic 6-pointed stars. Some of you will see diamonds, and more now. I invite you to spin your light body. Those of you who've done that deep inner work, spin your light body. Let it energize the frequency of I am determined to thrive. I am determined to thrive in the ascending earth paradigm. Enjoy it. Allow your third eye to be activated, your truth to be downloaded, this deep sense of inner calm just to hold you through. And see now in your sphere of compassion that you're in. Expand it so that it replaces the original sphere around you. And as you walk in confidence, following your heart, you put one foot in front of the other. Both the bridge appears, the path appears, and also the seas part as they need to allow you through. The impossible becomes possible. Take a moment to receive any messages, any guidance, any insights. I am commanding an axiotonal alignment in my divine design timeline with I am determined to thrive in uncertain and unfamiliar times. What do I need to see? What do I need to know? Give yourself a moment for it to come. What will benefit me? Good. Just feel that energy. Move it in particular into your sacral chakra. Remember, it's already in your earth. Move into your sacral, your heart, your third eye, and your soul chakra. These are what I call the feminine chakras. Good. And see the gold moving through the victory flame, the crown, throat, solar plexus, and root chakra. So the soft pink in the feminine chakras, the victory flame in the masculine chakras, just spinning, uniting, merging, celebrating the differences within the unified field. And feel yourself as this column of love light, this beacon of love light, this lighthouse in the dark. Notice all the other lighthouses around you. There's loads. It's actually more light than darkness. So connect that light up with everyone else through your heart, through your third eye, through your soul chakra, through your sacral chakras and earth chakra. Oh, there really is nowhere to hide. Amazing. So this kind of connection is helpful connection. It's not going to be taking from you because you're plugged into source. You're plugged into Gaia. These are sustainable connections. And we invite, an invitation is here to be shown the best possible way to share our gifts with this world in a way that we can each truly enjoy and thrive. The most magnificent, enjoyable way we could share our gifts with the world. We're really well taken care of and enjoying every minute. And I am again commanding an axiotonal alignment with this reality, the Thrive paradigm. Room for everyone to shine brightly. So anchor from your heart into the earth, this new reality through your body. See the sphere of compassion glowing, that gold with the peacock colours shimmering through. The pink in between, and then the emerald around your skin, the pink and the gold within you. I command this process continues until completion. I am a magnet for my success. I am radiating the frequency that allows me to thrive. I am that I am. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle integration and full expression in my physical reality and all relevant dimensions of my being, in all space and all time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So slowly start to breathe yourself back, but come back with that real deep sense of peace, groundedness, determination. And slowly open your eyes and come back. Good. So as you come back, and I'm just waiting to see everybody back, reminder here that if you want some support with learning to thrive through uncertain and challenging times, what I'm doing. Got Liberating from Limitation is a course starting on the 24th of January, which is an entry-level course to my work. It gets you to work with the mind that actually teaches you to create your own script for the areas of your life that you want to change. You record that by the end of the sessions that we do. We have Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me. I've got spaces opening up in February, so now's the time to book breakthrough calls, which is the group coaching, teaching you Starseed 101, how to co-create your reality and live in such a way that you do thrive and prosper through uncertain times. For those of you who want the one-to-one experience, that's called the Superconscious Co-Creating Method, and I teach you the very same thing, but we work together one-to-one. I do year-long packages for those who want to work with me long-term, and honestly, the people that really get the results are the people that commit and keep committing to their growth whilst they're going through the big shifts. But most of my packages are 4 months long, so you can start with that. Liberating from Limitation is just 6 weeks. So when you're ready, let me know. Get in touch. Hey, you're back. Good. So give me some feedback, folks. How was that for you? As we come back, again, it's always lovely to let you know about other people's wonderful stuff. So Leslie is this woman. She creates the cards that I share. And also I'm going to put some details on my friend Emma, who is a brilliant what's it called? Non-personal awareness. No, it's not that one. It's called when you speak in such a way that you are non-confronting. So I've forgotten the wording for it, but she's got a wonderful course on learning language of love rather than battle. You got home in perfect timing, colors were wild, such peace and contentment, glowing. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, well, what I'll invite you to do, I'm going to get off because I've actually got a call that I need to make it to, but anyone else who wants to feedback on this, please do share on my socials. So on RozyGlow, on Rosanna and Instagram. And yeah, it was really dreamy. There's some really powerful things coming in. So just remember to keep your focus on the light, on those who are in that light. The beacons of light all connecting to each other. That's what we need to do, because we then hold the light, we anchor that light, and there's no room for anything to be in the dark anymore. It's all exposed. It's going to be very, very interesting, folks. Nonviolent communication. Thank you. Yes, Emma is a queen of nonviolent communication. She's got a course coming up, so I'll put it in the text box. Read the text box. There's loads of cool stuff in there, including how to purchase cacao and crystals and cards. And join me on RozyGlow.com and let's start the adventure. So remember that fortune favors the brave, and every one of us gets terrified about taking a leap, but there are lots of us out here to hold your hand, so reach out. Lots of love. Have a wonderful new moon. Please share this with others. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I send you loads of love and look forward to seeing you for the full moon co-creation meditation in a couple of weeks' time. Namaste. Take care now.